Good morning. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living in Eugene. As our tradition on Sunday morning, this is our time when we begin our meditation, which will go until 10:15. We'll have a 15-minute break and then our service will begin. My name is Reverend Linda Lundry-Starr, and those of you that know me, I like to do music meditation, but I do want to share something with you that I read in the Science Mind magazine this morning from the daily reading. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I do want to share a story from it that moved me. This person that wrote this, the title was Filled with Beauty, was talking about an effort going on in the world to help those with dementia feel more purpose through food service and community. But what this author referred to was a folk tale. So I thought I would offer that for contemplation this morning. It's a folk tale about the woman who carried water home every day from the river using 2 buckets at either end of a bamboo pole. One bucket was new, the other old with splintering wood. When she got home, the new bucket was still full, but the old bucket leaked out half its water. The old bucket felt bad and useless, apologizing to the woman for no longer being able to do its job very well. The woman turned and pointed back to the path she had taken and said to the old bucket, "Do you see all those flowers on your side of the road? Every day you water them. Every day my walk is filled with beauty, thanks to you. I see beauty all around me."
sets itself like every half hour for some reason.
It's at 7, the temperature in here is 70.
Yeah,
Just to keep it at 70.
you can hold it at 70. It's usually because people get chilly. Some people I usually have it a degree or two above comfortable, like 71. So
It's feeling chilly in
Yeah,
here.
I just turned it up.
up to
Would
71.
they go more than 71?
71's fine, I think, because once the people get in here, it starts, every person brings 100 degrees with them.
That
So
is so true. Yes. We're big incandescent light bulbs is what we are.
and it brings in 200 or 300 degrees. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Eugene. My name is Linda, and I am
Believe in liberty, prophecies that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights. Among these are life, love, and the pursuit of happiness. Hey, we know it.
I wish I did. Do you know it?
Make it up. All right, I see the okay from the sound booth that we can go ahead and move forward. Good morning, everyone. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. And to those of you online as well, welcome. This is the Center for Spiritual Living in Eugene, and we are happy to have you here this morning, this first Sunday of September. Lots of exciting energy in the air, including water, the rain. Can we just
Yeah.
praise the water for the
Yeah.
life that it gives us?
Blessings.
Good morning, Matt and Mo. These guys are amazing, our musicians.
Oh, wow.
So please join us. We're going to start today with a song by Ricky Byers called I Love Myself So Much.
Go ahead and stand up. I love myself so much that I can love you so much. That you can love you so much. That you can start loving me. I love myself so much that I can love you so much. That you can love you so much. That you can start loving me again. I said I love myself so much that I can love you so much. That you can love you so much. That you can start loving me. One more time I said I love myself so much. Say it like you mean it. That I can love you so much. That you can start you so much. That you can start loving me. Woo! Yeah. All right. Turn to your neighbor. Give them a good morning greeting. Good morning. Good morning. Yay. A couple of hugs. Yay.
And I missed the Hawaiian shirt now. I should have worn mine.
Well, this is beautiful, though. This is.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
It is so good to feel the love in the room this morning.
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it.
So we know here in our faith tradition that when we can visualize something, that it becomes absolutely true in our reality. So if you were to send your love to anyone in the world right now, someone in your family or friends at home, maybe to another nation, just imagine that in your mind's eye as you join us in this song.
I send my love over the mountain. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my joy over the mountains. I send my joy over the sea. I send my joy into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my prayer over the mountains. I send my prayer over the sea. I send my prayers to the heavens, and it returns to me.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me okay? Okay, there we go. Now I hear me. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living in Eugene. My name is Danu Green. I am an intern practitioner here. And thank you. If you're here for your first time, we have a sheet in the lobby here that you should fill out. Just give us your contact info and we'll get you signed up for our newsletter. That is the best way to stay up to date on all our fun happenings and service opportunities and classes and events. And Reverend Linda Finley here asked me to share a transformational story or moment about how this teaching has served and changed my life. And oftentimes when we share these moments, it's like a simple, aha, I treated for something or I prayed for something and it magically manifested instantly. But the story I want to tell for you is kind of the journey I've been on throughout this year and how I've grown and changed through it. First off, I want to share a little bit about our teaching in case this is your first time here and you don't know what we're all about. So our teaching, philosophy, and practice is called the science of mind. It's rooted in the idea and the knowing that everything is unified by a creative power and potential energy. Doesn't matter what name you give that energy. It could be God, it could be spirit, it could be the universe, it could be the thing itself. So in every moment, we are making use of this unifying creative power and potential to create in our lives. And how we make use of this power and potential is through our mind. Our mind creates our thoughts create our beliefs, and our beliefs inform our actions. So we help ourselves and each other through a process called spiritual mind treatment, which I know sounds like it's out of a science fiction movie, but it's really quite simple. Spiritual mind treatment is when you go within or you reach out to someone else and you plant seeds in your consciousness or someone else's consciousness for whatever you want to create or they want to create in their lives. And we water those seeds, we nurture those seeds as we go along. So you don't plant a seed and just immediately dig it up and say, is it grown yet? Is it a plant? Is it a tree? So especially as I've gone through practitioner training, it's been such a beautiful learning process of how we create gradually and we plant these seeds. And the more seeds you plant, you have just so many things popping up month after month. And you see these things grow and unfold and expand in your life. So I know this all sounds wonderful. I know, the way I talk about this teaching, a lot of people would think, oh, your life must be sunshine and rainbows every day. You never have any issues. You just always have exactly what you need. But I'm sure any of you here have had experiences that negate that. And I'm sure you've had times in your life when you feel like, oh my God, I can't take one more thing. Like my life feels like it's coming unraveled. And that's kind of how I started my year off this year. I started this year off with a breakup from my partner of 3 years. I was hit with health issues. I started enduring extreme financial hardship. And I kind of got stuck early on this year in this consciousness of, I'm not good enough. I don't have enough. I'm sure anyone who's gone through a breakup as well can vouch for me when you say you might adopt some limiting beliefs about yourself. Just maybe a few, And for most of us, these are old stories that have come up, on and off throughout our lives. And so I had all the stories of, God, I am just unlovable. There must be something wrong with me. I got to figure out what's wrong with me and fix it. And so I started this year off really not ideally. I was, exercising these beliefs and actions about myself that just caused me a lot of hurt. And so as I went through practitioner training, as I started to learn to reach out and just have sessions with people and say, hey, I am having a really hard time loving myself. Can you remind me of the truth of who I am? Can you remind me of my power and my potential and what I'm really made of? And So throughout this whole year, I have had so many sessions with so many different practitioners, and almost every Sunday now, if I need to, I grab a practitioner and say, hey, spend a couple minutes with me and just remind me of who I am, remind me everything's gonna be okay. And it has. Even though I was compounded through the first few months of this year with health issues and depression and anxiety and financial stress, as I've treated for these things, I've treated for ease, I have treated for love and maintaining that sense of confidence in myself. I've watched my life slowly transform, and in a matter of like 7 or 8 months, I've completely turned my life around and the ways I feel about myself and the ways I show up in this world. And so what I want to share with you is that as I've treated for these things, sorry, I'm a little tired today. I'm in the process of moving. What I'm trying to get to is that I'm starting a new chapter of my life, and I'm right now seeing these seeds fully come to fruition and bloom. My ex that I had such hard feelings for this year has now become one of my best friends, and he is a better friend than he has ever been as a lover. My financial issue, what was that? That is how it goes sometimes, and you know, you can't be attached to how love is going to show up and how it's going to unfold, but you can move in the direction of how you want to see that. As far as my financial situation, I wrestled for several months and had to treat over and over again to know that I was going to find financial peace again. My rent went up beginning of this year. As all of you know, inflation happened and everything got really expensive. And what I can share with you now is this weekend I am moving in and have been moving into an apartment that's going to save me $300 a month. So that is $300 in my pocket for myself and to share with my community. I ended up moving in next to one of my best friends and couldn't imagine a better situation, a better place to be. And there's one more thing I want to share with you. Oh, the other thing I want to share is that as I've treated for ease in my life and I've treated to know that all my needs are met, this whole process, which as many of you know, moving is one of the most stressful things you can go through. This process has been made so easy, and I have had so many people I didn't even have to ask. I had one friend say, hey, let me come over and help you pack. And then I had another 2 friends that say, hey, we took the whole weekend off to help you move because we know you live on your own and you don't have a lot of help. And I'm just overwhelmed with gratitude because it's very symbolic that I get to share this moment with you today on this weekend that I'm starting a new chapter in my life. So I just wanted to share with you that it is so valuable to make use of our practitioner team here. And whether you're a licensed practitioner or a student or just a member of our community, we are all practitioners. And what we're here for is to be the rock and to be the anchor for each other when we really feel like we can't do that for ourselves sometimes. And so I really just want to encourage you all, like, if I have any regret of this year, it's that I didn't reach out more. We allow ourselves to suffer so much more than we need to when all it would take is just calling Reverend Linda, calling Reverend Donna, any practitioner, and just saying, hey, can you remind me who I really am? Can you remind me what I'm really here for? Can you remind me of my love and my worth and my truth? So that's my story. Thank you for listening, and thank you for bearing witness to this new chapter of my life I'm entering. I'm full of excitement and joy and wonder. And one sec. I'm going to share with you a piece of our global vision with Centers for Spiritual Living. So we believe in the demonstration of healing through the power of mind, which is exactly what I just told you about. I would like to welcome up our practitioner of the day, Reverend Linda Lundry-Starr. And also give a shout out to Reverend Donna Starr for holding high watch for us. Thank you. And if you'd all rise, we're going to sing another song.
We are one. We
We are one. I want to thank Alice. I introduced myself earlier, and I did not introduce Alice, my other partner in song leading today, who very grateful for the joy notes and those that are willing to help lead us in song every Sunday. It's a really great adventure, and if those of you that want to do it and have always wanted to, come see me. We can talk about how to make that happen. And Danu, what a joy it is to hear your transformational story. It has been a joy watching your growth this year. So our theme this week, or our topic, is I love myself so much. And I mentioned earlier when we were singing the I Send My Love song over the mountain to close your eyes and imagine who you might want to send that love to or where you might want to send it. Because we know the transformation happens personally before it happens globally. We are not science of brain, science of mind, the one we just spoke about us all being one. So as I move us into affirmative prayer this morning, I'd like to ask for your participation and just repeating after me. I love myself so much. I am love. I am loving. I am loved. One more time. I am love. I am loving. I am loved. So grateful to be in this group mind this morning, present with like minds and like hearts, with the awareness and the acknowledgement and the recognition that there is only one thing ever happening, the infinite one and its loving expression through each of us, through all of its creation that we see all around us, through all of its creation that we can conceive of. We are in and of this presence. It is never not with us. We can say confidently and knowingly that there is nowhere that God is not. Nowhere Spirit isn't presence. Nowhere that it is not with its creation, working magnificent workings in the world. I know for myself that I use this power and this knowledge in such a way that I am proud to be of this world. That I'm proud to be in my shoes every day, walking as me in divine expression. That there are no words that come out of my mouth that I need regret. That there are no thoughts that move through my brain that are self-degrading or shoulding or anything that isn't just great words of affirmation and positivity and beauty for myself. As I love myself so much, it allows me to love the world. As I love myself and allow my love to move out into the world, and I allow myself to receive love from the world. I celebrate that presence and spirit that had an understanding that it needed its expression to know itself. And I'm grateful for the awareness as I stand here, knowing that spirit needs me to express and know itself in only the way that I can be expressive, just as spirit needs all of its creation to be authentic in self-expression, to be loving of themselves, so that they can receive love from the world and give it back and take part in this grand circulation. So grateful for this truth. I'm grateful for the transformation that happens in this moment as this word lands with anybody who may have forgotten. I know transforming moments in moving. We have more than one person in our community moving right now, so I'm knowing ease and grace and just divine perfection in that expression. That not only is it a job well done, but is it a job to create new opportunities. And that there is a new abundant way of living and thinking and expressing and enjoying life because of this move. And I'm knowing that there is just an overall feeling of wellness in our community. That we know our body's perfect expression and its perfect operation, and that we know the abundance that continues to come into our lives through Spirit's expression. So grateful for this awareness and the truth spoken here today. I let it go and let it be, and so it is. Good job, man.
That was beautiful, Linda. You made me all leaky. I am overwhelmed with love and joy and gratitude right now. Thank you. So I'm going to read for you our affirmation for September. I will read it once aloud, and then if you choose, you can read it aloud with me. The Holy Spirit expresses itself as me, so I have the courage to be who I am and love who I am. I choose to remain aware of the presence of love in every being. And now with me. The Holy Spirit expresses itself as me, so I have the courage to be who I am and love who I am. I choose to remain aware of the presence of love in every being. And so it is. And our talk title, as Reverend Linda Lundry Starr mentioned, is going to be I Love Myself So Much. And that talk will be delivered by our beloved Reverend Linda Finley. But before we get into our talk, we have a very special musical guest, Phoebe Bloom.
Testing. Hi, testing. My friend Margaret McClure, who lives in the LA area, is a songwriter, and she's very inspiring to me, and she's also one of my very best friends. And I like my big sister, even though I'm a little bit bigger. And she wrote me a song and a long time ago. And as I was telling Reverend Linda this morning, I've never been able to listen to it without crying. So I've managed to chart it and take it apart enough to where it doesn't brutally tear me apart anymore. In a good way. You know what I mean? So hopefully this gives you, if any tears, they are lovely tears that give you a reminder that there's someone that loves you so much in the world, because my Margaret loves me so much. Okay, here we go. If I was your God, I would sing you sweet music so true. If I was your God, I would answer these questions for you. In dangerous times, I'd be with you all night. And if you felt lost, I would show you the light. Woo! But I'm just your friend. And the one thing I know is I love you. And I'm on your side till the end. And I wish you could look at your face with my eyes. I would show you the beautiful person I see if I was your God. But I'm not, I'm just your friend. I'm gonna get through this, man. Woo! If I was your God, the world would be roses and wine. Ooh, if I was your God, all your pain would be a memory in time. The strength that you need, it would come from inside. True love would be yours with no secrets to hide. But I'm just your friend, and the one thing I know is I love you, and I'm on your side till the end. And I wish you could look at your face with my eyes. I would show you the beautiful person I see if I was your God. But I'm not, I'm just your friend. And you say everything is meant to be, and when you get cut, you're gonna bleed, and all those scars will lead to your dreams. All you have to do is believe that I am your friend. And the one thing I know is I love you, and I'm on your side till the end. And I wish you could look at your face with my eyes. I would show you the beautiful person I see if I was your God. Well, I would show you the beautiful person I see if I was your God. Woo, sorry, y'all.
Well, I got tears in my eyes. Yeah. Woo. Thank you.
Sometimes I think when we're called into service, it's the perfect day for us. And I'm grateful that I was here to hear that song today.
Yeah.
We're entering the time of our service where we open to the message from Reverend Linda Finley this morning. So if you'll join us in our invocative song, I am opening.
I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening.
I am open to Spirit's
I
love.
am opening. My heart is ready to receive.
to the fact that God would not change one thing about me.
I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening.
Breathing in, God is. Breathing out, I am. One life, one source, one substance, one infinite energy moving through everything that is. Moving through the air, through the water, through the earth, through the fire. One energy. One. The mountains, the valleys, the swamps, the deserts, the forests, the plains. One. I am part of it all. I am connected to it all. And so I stop and I love. Grateful to remember my connection to Source, my connection to everything. I let go. I let life live through me. Breathing in, I am. Breathing out, God is. And so it is. Bless you, Matt. Bless you, Phoebe. Bless all y'all. We got some leaky eyes here. I think it's probably smoke in the air or something. I'm sure that's what it is. Yeah. Labor Day, you just never know. It's kind of like they're all going to go away to the coast for the weekend, or they're all going to stay home and avoid the traffic. Thank you for staying home. I love seeing all y'all here. It's just wonderful to have you here. Thank you to our guests today, to the new people, to the people who've been here forever, to the people we haven't seen in a while. Mihai, I'm talking about you. To everyone here, I am grateful for all of you. And Labor Day is a day that we often forget. But I want to just speak the 18-year-old hippie activist in me has to say, this is the day when we honor what during COVID we called the essential workers. The people without whom there wouldn't be a country. It's not the CEOs, it's not the executives, it's not the people at the top end, it's the people in the trenches, the people on the ground, the people who are our cashiers, our clerks, our farm laborers, are the people who build the houses, the people who fix the roads, the people who do what needs to be done, including teachers and all the people who are doing the work of making this country and this world work. This weekend is to honor each of them, each of us. And so blessed be, and may this be an awesome Labor Day for you. You sang the song at the beginning, if you got here early enough, I love myself so much that I can love you so much. I learned that song years and years and years ago. It was something that was taught in kids' church. And it's just such a cool idea that if I love myself enough, then I can love you that much. And then when you love yourself that much, you can love me. It's a reciprocity. And it involves both of us. It's not an either or. I can either love myself or I can love you. This is a both and if ever there was one. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. This year's theme is Living Out Loud, and this month's theme is Love Out Loud. To express our love to everyone and everything at all times in all ways. Our basic belief, thank you for the preface up there, Danu, that was awesome. God is all there is. Whatever we call that thing, there is an energy that is all that is. And that energy is love. It does not love. It is love. It is love expressing in the world, and it needs its vehicles, which would be us, to express that love. Love is all that, if that is all there is, then love is all there is. And I want to share some words from Dr. Holmes from the Science of Mind textbook. If you want to check up on me, it's on page 433. Ultimately, we shall see that the universe rests on the shoulder of love. That God is love, and that all the errors of humans are the result of ignorance of their own nature. Remind me who I am. An evolved soul judges no one, condemns no one, but realizes that all are on the road of experience, seeking the same goal, and that each must ultimately find their home in heaven. Love is why we're here. Love is where we came from. Love is who we are. Love is where we're going. Rod Caldwell wrote that song years and years and years ago, before he was music director here, before he moved away. But that love is where we came from. Love is who we are. Love is where we're going. Love will take us far. We might sing that at some point this month. Make a mental note, Linda, to do that, yes. And another intriguing thing about all of this love is our need to belong. We're hardwired to connect. We need community. Even those of us like myself who are introverts, we need to have a community. We need to feel a connection with others. And at the same time, this both and world in which we're living, we're not born to fit in. I want to tell you this yet again. You were not born to fit into the crowd. You were born to be you in all your amazing glory, with all of the gifts that you have, in all of the ways that you can express who you are, you're not made to fit in. We need to stand in what I call the capital T truth of our gifts. Each of us has gifts. You may not know what yours is right now. You may think, well, I'm really good at this or that, but I don't know. It doesn't. Your gift is the thing that brings you joy when you do it, that comes so easy to you, it's not even an effort, that you start doing it and time goes by like that, and all of a sudden it's 3 hours later and you don't even know what happened. That's your gift. That's your gift. But we have to, we also want to fit in the world. And so as little kids, we start trying to listen to all the little kids who make fun of us when we don't do the things exactly the way they want us to do. And we do everything to fit in. And we start putting ourselves and pushing ourselves into little boxes so we will fit better. And so we're constantly going through this thing. And then we start judging ourselves. Then we start saying, oh, I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not fast enough. I'm not whatever enough. Not thin enough, I'm not big enough, I'm not small enough, I'm not this enough. There's always a way for us to find a way to judge ourselves. And what we have to do is learn to be with ourselves in a way that we love ourselves and can be ourselves comfortably. Because the more we learn to love ourselves exactly as we are and express that, the more we take control of our power, and the more people around us are inspired to take control of their own power and express themselves. We were talking a little earlier about the karaoke, and it was so funny. People wouldn't do it until they saw others do it. And then, oh, yeah, well, I could do it. Well, yeah, if they're doing it, I can do it. We have to be willing to step out and be who we are, to give other people permission to be who they are. We have to be willing to not fit in, to love ourselves enough, to care about ourselves enough, to not fit in, so that others can say, oh, if they can do it, I can do it. Yeah. We are here to live to the fullest. And yet, like Danu, I have struggled to love myself on occasions. I have really good stories about myself. I have really good stories, or I should call them bad stories, but they're really good bad stories. They're really good stories about how bad I am. And if I can't see the good in me, then how can I see the good in anyone else? I used to be so proud of my judgy self like 30, 40 years ago before I found this teaching. Well, I don't expect anybody to do any more than I would do. I'm judging them by the same standard I judge myself. Well, yuck. You know, what am I telling people when I say that's the standard by which I judge myself? When I love myself so much, that actually allows me to love others. That gives me not only permission, but encouragement to love others, to reach out, to connect, to form bonds. We feel we're kind of have an either or story in a both and world. And what works is both and. If I'm strong where you're weak and you're strong where I'm weak, we fit together and we make things happen. We collaborate. We're not in competition. We're collaborating with one another. This is where we ask ourselves, how can I serve better? How can I see my self-judgment, my path, my self-judgment to love others unconditionally? I'm reading a book by Rainn Wilson, the guy from The Office, who wrote a book called Soul Boom. He did a podcast called Soul Pancake for a while, some of you may have seen. But I love this book and what he was writing about creating a new religion. And of course, love is part of that religion. Everything boils down to love. We mean everything. Life is love. Friends are love. Trees and birds and the ocean are love. Language is love. Time is love. Laughter is love. The type of love that is a beautiful and hilarious series of high fives with the universe. We believe in love as a universal law like gravity, and that our love for everyone should radiate out like sunlight. Rumi said it best. Love is the bridge between you and everything. Love is the bridge between you and everything. And this loving myself so much, we need to love ourselves. We need to care about ourselves. We need to worry about our own needs. We need to take care of ourselves, and we need to do that in the context of community. We live in a world where we're all part of the same whole, and everything that I does impacts everyone else. And so I'm not going to speak about politics here, but I'm going to come to politics means people. It means how do we work together as a people. And if all I am concerned about is my needs, I am depriving the whole of the good that could be happening if we were all working together for the good of all. We joke that when I do sound check, we are endowed by a creator with certain inalienable rights, and among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. But that we are here to promote the general welfare. That does not mean the welfare state. That means the general well-being of everyone. This is why we came together as a nation, to promote the general well-being of everyone. Because when we work together, you know, we have these stories about the rugged pioneers who came out and bridged the territory. They talk about them as they were rugged individuals. They came as a group, they landed as a group, they planted little towns, they built things together, they did everything as a group. They couldn't have made it as one family on a shack out in the desert with no town within 50 miles. They could not have made it. They came as a group of rugged, communal individualists who worked together in community to build barns, to build buildings, to raise churches. And the first building that was ever built was the saloon. The first building that was built was the public house. That was the place where Monday through Saturday, it was party day. Sunday, it was where they had church, and they didn't meet before 2 o'clock because the kids were in school there. It was the building that handled everything. Because we're designed to work together on things. The paradox of loving myself and loving others. I have to take care of me, but not at the expense of anybody else. I need to take care of others, but not at the expense of me. It's a balancing act. We're walking a tightrope. This is how we live our life. Gil Randall has written a fabulous book called Countercultural, Subversive Resistance and the Neighborhood Congregation. You could tell it was for me, right? Yeah. Love God. I cannot control what is happening around me, but I can trust, love, and align myself with the God who created a shared creation that has its own controls. Love your neighbor. If I want or hope for a worthy life for myself, I must seek to provide it to all others in order to have it for myself. Include everyone. I cannot live without community, but the only community that can sustain me must include all others without judgment, or it cannot sustain me. We must include everyone. We must include it all. We must include the dark parts of ourself, the bright parts of ourself. The mosaic without shadow is kind of flat looking. The painting without shadow doesn't look real. We have to have all parts of ourselves together to work and to make a community and to make a life that lives in love. And that brings me to my final point. Love is not a feeling. Ah, love is not a feeling. That ain't love. That's, dopamine and other things mixed together, but that is not love. Love is actions. Love is a verb. What is our love practice? One of my love practices is cooking. I love to cook for other people. I love to cook and feed people. It feeds my soul to feed others. And my food tastes good because I'm making it with love and anticipation of the people who are going to be eating it. And oh God, I've got to make food again. It's coming, the energy is coming through me. I have a restaurant I like to go to over near my house, and I heard the owner's husband, well, the husband and wife own it. It's named after her, but the husband is kind of the head chef. And somebody said, God, your salsa is better than anything I've tasted anywhere. He said, well, it's because we make it with love. And now you know why I like to go there. You can taste the love in the food. What is your love language? And who does it include? And I'm going to close with a piece from Bell Hooks. Who does my love include? Whether we are engaged in a process of self-love or of loving others, we must move beyond the realm of feeling to actualize love. This is why it is useful to see love as a practice. We talk about treatment and meditation and journaling, but what if love was one of your spiritual practices? Love of everyone else, love of the person in the mirror. That's the hard one to love sometimes, but that's the one we have to love. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. All right, we are going to now ask the ushers to come forward and the song leaders to come forward. We're getting ready to bless the offering. And it's that time where we give from our hearts from a place of love. Give from a place of gratitude, give from a place of joy, give from a place of abundance. We have cards out in the foyer, which in the future, if you want to, if you're giving online but you want to put something in the offering plate, it's a card that says I give online, but it feels good to practice in the practice of putting something in the offering plate. So take your gift and put it over your heart, or just take your hand and put it over your heart, and say, I bless this gift, knowing it is the circulation of divine good. And so it is. And let's hear it from our song.
Now,
Everything in this world goes around, giving with abundance and knows no bounds. Giving and receiving, we circulate the love with gratitude and knowing there's always enough. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks for this offering. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks for everything. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks with this offering. We give thanks. thanks. We give thanks. We give thanks for everything.
Yay, God!
And Tabor Darland, who wrote that song, is going to be at our conference this year. She's one of the musicians who's going to be joining us. So, it is now time for Phoebe's second song. We have one more thing to give thanks for. No more crying. I don't know. We'll cry if we want to. It's my party.
Gosh, I'm sorry. You can do anything you want. I'm sorry. I won't cry this time. How about that? This is a song by a woman named India Ari.
Ooh.
My friend Rich, sitting there, got me into her a little bit. And I thought, if I want to talk about someone who's loving and wonderful to herself and her music and others, I looked her up and then I found it and I didn't tell him. Because it's important to have secrets in your... No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding, honey. Anywho, this is called There's Hope. And I've got my wonderful friends Mo and Matt to help me with this. And if y'all want to sing, you'll learn this chorus pretty quick, I bet you. Back when I had a little, I thought that I needed a lot. A little was overrated, but a lot was a little too complicated. You see, zero didn't satisfy me, a million didn't make me happy. That's when I learned the lesson that it's all about your perceptions. Hey, are you a popper or a superstar? So you act, so you feel, so you are. It ain't about the size of your car, it's about the size of faith in your heart. There's hope. It doesn't cost a thing to smile. You don't have to pay to laugh. You better thank God for that. Oh, there's hope. It doesn't cost a thing to smile. You don't have to pay to laugh. You better thank God for that. Off in the back country of Brazil, I met a young brother that made me feel that I could accomplish anything. You see, just like me, he wanted to sing. He had no windows and no doors. He lived a simple life and was extremely poor. On top of all that, he had no eyesight. That didn't keep him from seeing the light. He said, what's it like in the USA? All I did was complain. He said, living here is paradise. He taught me paradise is in your mind. You know there's hope. It doesn't cost a thing to smile. You don't have to pay to laugh. You better thank God for that. Oh, there's hope. It doesn't cost a thing to smile. You don't have to pay to laugh. You better thank God for that. Ooh, stand up for your rights. Keep shining your light. Show the world your smile. Well, you stand up for your rights. Keep shining your light. Show the world that smile. There's hope. Nothing costs a thing to smile. You don't have to pay to laugh. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, there's hope. It doesn't cost a thing to smile. You don't have to pay to laugh. You better thank God for that. Thank you.
I need one of them on. Don't care which one. Just okay. Cool. All righty. Announcement time, and we've got a batch of them. We're coming. This is the beginning of our fiscal year next month, and we're coming into the school year. Stuff happening. Life is crazy. We got a lot going on, and you're gonna love it all. Today is birthday Sunday, first Sunday of the month. We are celebrating birthdays. If you were born in the month of September, rise up out of your chair so we can celebrate you. Oh, come on. Happy birthday to Kathy standing. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, everybody. Happy birthday to you. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you. You are wonderful. God is blessing you now. Men's Coffee is at the 5th Street Market Food Court every Tuesday at 10 a.m. This last week they had 8 guys there. Wow. They see each other, they chat, they talk about life. If you are open and available at 10 o'clock, go down to Provisions, grab your coffee, go up to the food court, and get with the group and chat. Wednesday gathering, every Wednesday at 6:30 here in the sanctuary. Reverend Linda and Reverend Donna are putting together music, discussion, spiritual practice to give you a midweek boost. So please be sure and join that. This week, they're going to be making luminarias for the Labyrinth Walk in a couple of weeks. They're going to be working on things, so do that. Potluck today. I made a vegetarian, sorry, not vegan casserole. So there's going to be lots of lovely food there. We do loaves and fishes here, so if you didn't bring food, go ahead and come and eat. It's all good because it multiplies and there's plenty for everybody. Virtual game night will be the second Friday. That won't be happening this week. I just realized because Kathy and Dwayne are flying to the UK on Tuesday. So no, we're not going to have virtual game night this week. We're going to skip it in September. Patricia Parrott is doing her body work, energy work fundraiser. It's non-contact energy work, and what she's doing is she'll do the work on you, and then instead of paying her, you pay the center, and that's how we raise money with it. There's more information in the foyer on the wall just as you go out the door. If you have not received your membership email, please let us know so we can get it to you and you can complete that because we need to get that. Right now, I think 5 people have filled it out. I think there's a few more of 5 of us here that are with an intent of giving in the coming year, so let us know. And if you're interested in joining the Board of Trustees, we could use 2 new people on the board. We have 2 retiring members. So please talk to me or Reverend Trish if you are interested in that. And this Thursday, we are starting our journey into what I'm calling Soup for the Soul. Each week we will do one of the Science of Mind principles, and I will provide a bowl of soup and some bread. I'm making this week my Irish soda bread with the, what Susan calls crack bread. It's really, really good. So anyway, could I get, who is going to be there this Thursday? Is any of you, okay, Linda Thompson, would you come up to the podium, please? Yeah, oh God, she's going to make me come up there. You don't have to say anything. All you have to do is reach into the bowl and pull one of these out.
Okay.
Okay, this week we're going to be working on the principle of spiritual laws. And I will have a worksheet for everyone with all of the spiritual practices that help you put spiritual law to work in your life. This will be a 1-hour session. It's a love offering to help cover the cost of the food, and we're very excited to be doing this. It's a drop-in thing, so if you don't make it this week, this week we're going to draw for next week, so we'll always know what we're doing the coming week. So anyway, we're looking at spiritual laws this week, and everyone is welcome. Oh, big celebration in 2 weeks. The 15th and 16th of the month, the New Moon Labyrinth Walk on Friday night, and then, what is it? The Mirth. Is it Mirth? Is that the name? Yes. Marty Chilla and Kevin and a few other people it's their band, and they're going to be doing a concert from 1 to 4 in the parking lot with a barbecue and booths to have fun with. It's a great time to invite friends who might be not ready. And I'm seeing somebody race up here as though I don't know what's
There's
happening.
too much happening all
There,
at once.
I'm an introvert. I think I'm going to go hide now.
I'll step in. Am I on? Hi. So one of the things that's going to be happening at the Band and Barbecue on Saturday, the 16th, is a giant raffle. We all love a good raffle. Right? So we already have some folks who are donating some really amazing experiences and some objects and some art. But we could use some more things for this raffle. If you're interested in providing something for the raffle, you can talk to me, you can talk to Reverend Linda, and you can talk to Maggie Covarrubias, who is actually the one who is organizing it. And I think that was there... Barbecue by Kathy and Clyde. It's going to be off the hook. So...
And you can get your tickets.
You can get your tickets online. You can also buy your wristband when you get here. And we could use a few more hands to help, always. Okay, thank you. So for general admission for an adult, it is $10. I knew I was going to get tested today. So general admission for an adult is $10. For anyone under 18, it's $5. If you want to participate in the barbecue, if you want to have your lunch, then for an adult it is $25, and for under 18 is $15. Did you get all that? If you didn't, it's all online.
Okay. And the $10 is only if you're not going to eat. It's not added on to the barbecue. The $25 includes general admission if you're eating. So you're getting the meal and admission for $25. Okay. And then the Pacific Northwest Conference. Scary. 6 weeks from this weekend, we will be finishing it. We will be at the end of it. We have amazing speakers. We have amazing musicians. We have amazing workshops. It is, if you've never done it, if you've ever been to a New Thought conference, what we have is Friday night there's 2 speakers and an incredible amount of music by the bands. And then Saturday morning, there's 2 speakers and more incredible music. And then Saturday afternoon, there's 2 workshops, one in here. Well, there's 4. There's 2 back-to-back in here and 2 back-to-back in the social hall. Then Saturday evening, there's 2 more amazing speakers and more amazing band music. And then Sunday morning, we go 90 minutes, and it's mainly the band playing, and I talk a little bit. But it's an incredible weekend. It fills your soul. It lifts you up. It is worth every penny. I've looked around at what other places are charging, and it's like $250 to $300 for an equivalent weekend event. So this is really specially priced, and we'd love to see it filled up. Dwayne Day is going to do the sound for us again this year, and it's simply an event to really put on your wish list and figure out a way for you to come, because it really does mean something to you. And Dale just handed me this CD. I'm not sure if we've got bunches of them or if this is the only one, but he says it's a June 23 retreat CD chant by Christy Snow. I'm not quite sure why I have this. So anyway, let's move on. The bookstore is here for your, we don't have a clerk today, but you can take your Oh, Susan will open it. So the bookstore will be open, so you don't have to take your purchase into the office. If you'd like to be in service, we could sure use you on all the events that are coming up. We have lots of ways that we could use your help. And I'm going to be looking for a couple of places for people to stay while they are here. Some of the musicians will be needing housing, and I've already got you on my list. Gladys is sitting there nodding, and I'm going, yeah, I got you. So anyway, anything else? We're still art. If we don't get another volunteer for art, Ellen has threatened to put her art back up, which I just oh God. Yeah. I think people are happy with that. So we'll move forward with that. And if you're a practitioner, yeah, come on up. We're already 10 minutes over, so whatever we got going.
Yes, I know. People are anxious for potluck and brunch. So, speaking of that, don't go out into the world today unarmored for the energy that could be splashing all over the place. Sometimes I know I come to this love bubble, and then when I leave, I'm like, I'm all open and vulnerable well, yeah. So you can arm yourselves by speaking to a practitioner. Licensed practitioners, we spend a lot of hours learning how to center in a place of understanding that we are not life's conditions, that we are perfect, whole, and complete in every situation, and we can know that for you. So we do what we call the 1-minute miracle. It's fast and it's free. So if you want to see one of the practitioners before you leave today and get all prayed up for your week, please do. If you're a practitioner and willing to pray with people today, will you please stand? Okay, we have Danu. We have, sorry, say your name. And I am Reverend Linda Lundry Starr. And yeah, I think it's time for our closing. Oh yes, you must dance to reggae. Just gonna celebrate Jimmy Buffett too. Worry about a thing.
Cause every little thing's gonna be alright. Sing, don't worry about a thing. Cause every little thing's gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smiling with the rising sun. 3 little birds ain't by my doorstep, singing sweet songs, a melody's pure and true. This is my message for you. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing's gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing's gonna be alright.
If you choose, please repeat after me. Every little thing
Every little
is
thing
gonna be all right.
gonna be alright.
So it is.
And so it is.
Enjoy your week, everyone.